Good evening and welcome to the PCUP Round 2 from Sebring. I'm James Parfit, and on production tonight we have got Sir Tyler Oldham with me this evening. Broadcast live on the UK Sim Racing Twitch channel and using iRacing, the world's premier simulator. Guys, Sebring, absolutely outstanding circuit with turns such as Sunset, into Le Mans down in turn 15 and 16, through Tower for the epic 12 and 13 as well. This is a race not to be missed, and we've got PCUPs at Sebring. This tricky, bouncy, bumpy aerodrome as well is going to bring some absolutely outstanding action this evening. Now, the format for tonight, guys, if you've missed last week's, 2 weeks ago, the broadcast, the format is currently 12 minutes of qualifying. We will have a 15-minute sprint race. The grid position will be determined by qualifying. And then we will have a 30-minute feature race determined. The grid will be determined from the top 8 inverted from the sprint race. Okay? So be aware that it will be top 8 inverted for the 30-minute feature. Okay? So there you go. Now, the calendar, guys, for this series is we are currently on round 2. We are at Sebring, as you can see tonight. Round 3 is Road America. Don't forget that will be on the 21st of April. Round 4 will be on the 5th of May. That will be from the Red Bull Ring. Round 5 will be the 19th of May from the Hockenheim Ring. And round 6, the season finale, will be on the 2nd of June from Alton Park International Circuit. Now, currently, guys, we'll bring you up the championship standings of how they look before tonight's race. Okay, so we'll get the championship standings up for you now. So currently out in front is Mr. Richard Simnar on 75 points. James Parker on 58. Mikey Pollard on 51. Gary Toole on 40. Richard Jepp on 38. He's tied with Hughes Baumeister also on 38. Austin Gratorex is on 35. Gordon Ramsay, not the chef, I'd like to point out, is on 34. Sam Colgrave on 28. Colin Patterson on 26. Neil Bamber there on 25. Johnny Alaya is on 24. Simon Bamber on 22. Mark Johnson on 20. Dan Blackwell on 19. Mark Collicott on 17. Joe Newman on 16. Callum Roby on 14. Calvin Chew on 13. Heiko Enzinger there on 12. Jacob Robotham on 11. Alex Price on 9. Steve Hughes on 8. Michael Rowe on 7. Ollie Pimley on 5. Gary Horsley there on 4 points. Who did Simnar pay to be leading? Well, he didn't pay anybody. He literally won the first 2 races. Further down from that, Austin William Campbell on 4. Stuart Brown on 3. Chris Hitchin on 2. Rob Sanford on 1. Kevin Wesley Burke on 1. And as you can see, the non-scorers are Patrick Falconer, Oliver Cowendine, Craig Tilliston on 0 points. Now, point system is, for the sprint race, you get first is 25. Second is 20, third is 18, fourth is 16, fifth is 14, sixth is 12, 7 is 10, 8 is 8, and so on. 7 is 6, fifth is 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And then in the main, the first get 50 points, second gets 40, third gets 35, fourth gets 32, fifth get 30, sixth get 28. There's points all the way down for 30th place, okay? So there's points all the way down for 30th place. Now, we've got currently 27 cars on track. That means if everybody completes this race and stays in the race, regardless if they've had repairs or any incidents like that, they will get points. Yay! There you go. That's how lovely we are. We give everybody points right the way down to 30th place in the feature race. So we are coming in. We've got about 5 minutes of qualifying. Guys, if you are here for the first time, don't forget we do have a follow goal of 360 followers. Please, please, please hit that follow button. That will be absolutely amazing. Right, as we can see, we are on board with Mr. Richard Simnar going round the circuit currently. He is coming down into the famous hairpin. Now, as we know, the PCUP in general, okay, and if anybody's driven the car will know, it is a very tricky car to drive. It is a very tricky car to drive. The back end just has a complete and utter mind of its own. I am not amazing in the PCUP. I do like the car, but I'm not incredibly good in it. Let's put it that way. So, you know, we've got to be a little bit, give these guys credit tonight. They are absolutely amazing drivers of this car. Some of them drive them religiously. You know, we've got Richard Simno, who is just an outstanding driver in the Porsche, and then you know, so it is going to bring absolutely epic racing. It did win the first races last time out as well. So, you know, you've got to give credit where credit's due. And Austin William Campbell there in the Porsche as well. Not bad in a P2 either, to be honest. Well, I'm not. Are we talking about Richard Simnar or me? Because, you know, Simnar is pretty good in pretty much whatever car he seems to get his hands on. I'm only good in the car if I literally drive the car religiously. Oh, Stuart Bickley, you're too kind, saying both there. I have my moments, but unfortunately, I will say, Mr. Bickley, that at the end of last season, I got demoted down to a B. Because I was below 2 when they did the demotions, I'm now down in C. And, yeah, I don't get the luxury of driving the P2, unfortunately, now. I should work my way back up, but due to the fact that I am constantly commentating, I don't get time. So, oi, peasant. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you suffer a double demotion at the end of last season. Not only did I manage to get down to a B, they also demoted me to a C. But there you go. Let's bring you up. We'll bring you up the racer overlay and give you the current standings on times. There you go. As you can see, we have listed all the way down into 26th place. So everybody in 26 will get, you will see them on your left-hand side. It's horrible when that happens, you know, because week 13 for me was just absolutely horrendous. And as I say, I ended up down in a B. But then because I was below 2, I got demoted again. So now I've literally got the luxury of driving an MX-5. Or I did try the TCR at the Nürburgring. Yeah, don't ever let me try that one again, because that didn't go so well for me. Because I don't drive the car that often. But then again, I've fallen in love as well. Recently, I drove the Kia Optima around Nürburgring, and I must say that was quite an interesting journey. So there you go. MX-5 racing with UK Sim Racing is the best. Yeah, it is. I'm looking forward to Murray's putting together the 90 minutes endurance. So that should be an interesting one. I don't know whether to join or whether or not we're going to broadcast it. You know, it's a bit of a toss-up. I want to get the broadcast out because I think it will be an amazing event. You know, but I gotta every now and then think of myself. So, you know, I might drive, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. We're in talks with Murray about it to see if we're going to broadcast it. Because if we're going to broadcast it, then obviously I won't be able to drive in it. So, and that is, I believe, is that at Lime Rock? I think that event is taking place at Lime Rock. I believe he says apprehensively, but I'm pretty sure it's Lime Rock. Lime Rock, isn't it? I'm sure it is. So there you go. Let's have a look. 90-minute enjoy. Yes, Lime Rock. It is in Lime Rock. So what we are going to do, guys, is we will jump on board with the first car that comes out of the pits. I'll join, but I will nuke the engine. Drive it and stream a replay. Oh, see, that's not a bad shout. Can you imagine me streaming myself? How weird would that be? That would be a little bit bizarre. But we're on board with Alex Price. Alex is first out of the pits there on circuit for us. Yeah, I suppose. But then again, it's just whether or not I want to do it, like, you know, talk about myself. Because, you know, for the 90 minutes, I'll just follow me. So forget what's going on. For the rest of it, I'll just follow myself. Unless I've had a really bad one. And then that will definitely not happen. Okay, so I won't follow myself after that. So we're just on an out lap with Alex Price. Coming down into Tower. MX5 Enduro Line Rock 90 minutes solo Wednesday the 27th of April. Yes, that is what we are looking at. There you go. Thank you very much. But we'll see what happens. And that's the thing. That's exactly what producer Tyler's just put. Four-way battle for the lead, but look at me now, this Apex. That would be me. I will just broadcast 90 minutes of myself. You know, give myself a little bit of props if I manage to actually finish. But let's see what happens. You know, we'll see what happens and go from there. As I say, I'm in talks with Murray. We're going to toss up between whether or not we're going to broadcast it or not. But let's see as we come down now. We're going to starting the fast lap with Alex Price. He's just finishing off his out lap. Right, here we go. So there we go. On Sebring, we are off as we're heading down the start-finish straight now. Tricky aerodrome section of this track. We're looking for the little dent in the wall, and then we're going to start turning. Wait. There you go. He's very late on the throttle is Alex Price. Through fourth gear now. Down, coming into turn 3. We're going to flick for 4. Going to go again for 5. Trying to hug the line. We take a little bit on the outside curb. We don't want to take too much. Round Big Ben for 6. And you can see why it's aptly called Big Ben. All the way run down now into the tight, tricky hairpin. Just past the 3 cones on the brakes we go. Down through the gears. Into first gear. Hard on the accelerator now with Alex Price. Running up into 8. There you go. 8 is on the right. Then we go through Fangio. This short little burst. Rounds through 9. Coming up into 10. On the brakes about now. Down through the gears. Through into second gear. On the accelerator now, out, straighten up the corner as best we can. Keep to the left-hand side. Then we're going to look at following the natural contours of the track. Down into third. He's gone through this corner on the accelerator now. On this run through Tower, down through Bishop. We're going to straighten Bishop up. We're not going to treat it as a corner. There you go. Goes to the left. Left again over the curb. Hard on the brakes coming through. 15. On the accelerator, we go through Le Mans now. Start of the back straight down the Ullman straight. Hard on the gas we go, coming down into Sunset. This tricky corner. And in a pickup, it's even harder. Hard on the brakes, down 5th, 4th, 3rd gear. On the accelerator we go now, waiting for it to keep it straight as possible. Stay away from the outside grass. And that gives us a lap with Alex Price. Currently goes on pole on a 2:03.04. Stuart Bickley, not sure I can last 90 minutes to be honest. Well, Racing Boys, yes, that's what she said. I was expecting that. My Bickley, my wife would strongly confirm. Alman J, Jackie Robo for the win. Yeah, let's see how Jacob Robotham gets on. It'll be very interesting to see. Much love. Thank you very much for joining us. Mr. Mint, evening. We were just talking about you, sir. We were just talking about your little MX5 90-minute enduro. Whether or not we're going to look at broadcasting it or whether or not I may adventure driving in it. Let's see what happens. But there you go. We just had Richard Jepp go on pole on a 2:02.43. Richard Simnar on a 2:02.48. Mikey Pollard on a 2:02.49. Gritorex there on a 2:02.6. Baumeister on a 2:02.61. Johnny Alaya 2:02.66. And we've just had Christian Zarata go on pole on a 2:02.17. Absolutely stunning lap time from Christian Zarata there on a 2:02.17. So that's going to be the time to beat as we're coming into the last 7 minutes of qualifying remaining. Andy Jones not got a time. Simon Bamber not got a time. Neil Bamber, Chris Hitchin, Jacob Robotham's not set a time. Dan Blackwell, Mark Collicott, and Stuart Brown, none of them have set a time as of yet. We can see Neil Bamber coming round Sunset now. Going to be going down the start-finish straight. See how it gets on in qualifying. You kind of want to try. The thing is with Sebring, and I think this is going to go for the leagues and officials. the first corner is horrendous. Do you know what I mean? The first corner here is absolutely horrendous. With the amount of cars that are going on the grid at the moment, we've got 22, 24, 26, 27 cars. Drop me a message. We'll drop you a message tomorrow, but it would be awesome to have you on chat. Yeah, drop me a message. Let me know what's going to happen. So the first corner here is tricky in general, but it's even trickier in the P-Cup. Cold tyres, sliding Porsches, and I'm going to put my neck out, guys, and really say that this could cause a big problem here in turn one. You know, they've got to try and make this corner as clean as possible to be able to really warm this car up, to be able to keep control of it, because, as I say, it's not the most easiest car to control. Okay, we know that. It's not the most easiest car to control. And at times, it's more like Bambi on ice than it is a car with 4 tyres on a racetrack. It's just, it's very much a Marmite car, and you either love it or you hate it. And I'm kind of split in the middle. But, you know, there you go. I did quite well in it round the Nürburgring, I'm not going to lie. So that was quite nice. But after that, it kind of all went a little bit wrong. But, you know, let's just see what happens. So there you go, guys. Don't forget, we have got a follow goal of 360. So if you are here this evening, please hit that follow button. That will be absolutely amazing. Dinium followed us 1 hour ago. Shabsy followed yesterday. As we can see, we have a look on board with Mr. Richard Simnar going wide and round. He goes. That looked like turn 13 from Tower, I believe. So Mr. Richard Simnar is back. Gonna go again. Austin Gratorex now coming down into Sunset, currently in 4th place. Nobody's really setting the time in Tower Alight. Johnny Alaya has got the fastest sector in the last sector, sector 7. Austin William Campbell's just gone fastest in sector 4, in sector 6 with a 24.94. So it'll be interesting to see what Mr. Campbell, as he comes across the line, currently on a 2:02.88, goes into second place. 2:02.21 for Austin William Campbell. That, well, that puts him up in the mix, guys. And I tell you what, the last few races with Austin's been very unlucky that we've caught him in. You know, the TCR was a little bit unlucky for him. Not going to lie. Yesterday, involved in an incident in turn 1, which was very strange. Got very unlucky in that. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on this evening. And hopefully he has a little bit more of a successful race. Because I think, you know, AWC does like, you know, deserve a better race. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, let's see what happens this evening. Oh, dear. So, the guys, if you are in chat, let me know how your day's been. Hope everybody is well. Let me know who you think is going to come out on top. Looking at the current timing tower, Johnny Elias just gone second on the 2:02.15. Pipped Austin William Campbell by 7,000 of a second, which is absolutely nothing, which I'm not going to talk about again because I think I've really flogged the dead horse on how we understand times in racing, and I think we all understand that thousandths and tenths is literally nothing. So there you go. I won't carry on that, however. So guys, let me know in chat. Maybe if we've got a mod in chat, we can get a poll up. Maybe putting in Zarata, Relaya, Campbell and Simnar. And let me know who you think is going to win the sprint race and then who will win the top 8 inverted feature. Okay, so if we have got any mods here that, you know, that want to be nice and put a poll up, that would be absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. Obviously, as well, you know, hopefully we'll have a lot better Twitch chat than the TCRs, and that's not in a derogatory. So I just all of a sudden had this lovely, delightful spam messages come through saying, "Do I want to be famous?" and "Do we want to buy Twitch Prime subs?" You know. They clearly don't know I'm famous already. So there you go. Who cares? We don't need to do that. We are the UKSR community. We are one of the strongest communities in iRacing, and one of the most amazing, and one of the most supportive, and one of the most successful. So really, do we need to? Nah, do we not? Right. Wait till the They arrive in YouTube more than they do in Twitch, mate. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, they arrive in... Already got my credit card ready. Behave yourself. They arrive more in YouTube, I find. If I do a broadcast on YouTube, we do end up getting spammed with them information. James has done research. Behave yourself. Behave yourself, Mr. Tyler Oldham. You're supposed to be producing. Concentrate on the race, not talking about me and get my credit cards out. So there you go. Oh, and also, guys, if you do love the racing, you can subscribe to the channel as well. You can, obviously, with your Twitch Prime sub if you have got one. Or if you can, I think it's like $4.99 a month. If you like the racing, if you like what you hear, if you like the commentary, if you like us as a community, don't forget as well to head over to uksimracing.co.uk for all our racing action. Right, here we go. Kristen Zarata is in first place on a 201.94, broken the 202 barrier. Johnny Alaya there in second, Austin Campbell in third, Richard Simnart in fourth, James Parker in fifth, Andy Jones sixth, Mikey Pollard seventh, Austin Greatorex in eighth, Richard Jepp in ninth, Hughes Balmeister 10th, Mark Collicott 11th, Gordon Ramsay in 12th place, Alex Price in 13th, Neil Bamber 14th, Calvin Chew 15th, Simon Bamber 16th, Patrick Falconer in 17th, Oliver Cowendine in 18th, Steve Hughes in 19th, Jacob Robotham down in 20th, Rob Sanford in 21st, Michael Rowe 22nd, Gary Horsley 23rd, Craig Tillison down in 24th, Stuart Brown 25th, Dan Blackwell 26th, and Chris Hitchin down in 27th place. So there you go. That rounds out the grid this evening. Let's just drop the timing tower on the interval if we can, so we haven't got double timing tower. That would be amazing. Well, just on about 50 seconds left. So there you go. Before the race starts. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to this. I think this is going to be an epic race. 15 minutes. I'm hoping all cars get past turn one. I really do. Because otherwise it could be a bit of a parking lot. Don't forget, guys, as well, if you have Twitter, please show some love for the tweet, retweet, show the likes. Let's get it out there as much as we possibly can. And don't forget, guys, as well, you can head over to jamesparfit.co.uk and you can see my schedule for this week is absolutely manic, so you can go and see every time I am live, where I am live as well. And don't forget, you can follow me on Twitter at jparfit12 on Twitter as well. Right, here we go, just waiting now for everybody ready to go. We're going to wait for the lights. We've got two heats, mate. We've got a first heat of 15 minutes and then a second heat of 30 minutes. Right, here we go. The lights are out. We are going to be green for the first race of this PCUP event, live from Sebring, rushing down into turn one. We are about 3 wide, further back there. Zarata gets through all nice and safely. Campbell in second, Alaya third, Simnar in fourth. Everybody at the moment, as you can see from the cars in the background, have made it through. Coming through now, tricky turn 2, 3 and 4, and again we've survived. 3 wide further back, Johnny Alaya, Simnar and Parker were 3 wide at one point. Going round turn 5 on this run now down turn 6 we go round Big Bend. Up front you can see Zarata and Campbell side by side coming down into the hairpin now. Is there going to be space left? There isn't. Let's flick back to Simnar because he is under the battle there with Johnny Alaya. Johnny Alaya really putting it in over James Parker. James Parker has got out in the lead, out in front of him at the moment. Parker is in 5th. Alaya back now. They're swapping places all the way down. This is going to have to settle down at some point between these cars. Oh, Parker's gone off. Oh, Parker's gone off and put it in the barrier. Alaya's gone off as well. Is he going to collect anybody? Johnny Alaya, please, Mr. Producer. Johnny Alaya, there's 2 others off the side as well. Patrick Falconer's going down the order faster, and so is Richard Jepp. He's going down the order as well. So we'll have another look at that in a minute. Jepp is now in the pits. So currently we're on, I see Alex Price there further back. We've got Stuart Brown, I believe that is, running a little bit wide. But up front, we've got Zarata and Campbell, 0.30 away from each other, heading down into Sunset now. Zarata is out in front. You can see the gainers on the left there. Jacob Robotham up 9 places. Brown up 10. Blackwell up 10 as well. As they're heading round the start, finish straight. There's a spinner in front of us. Big puff of smoke. I'm trying to see the car. I can't see who that was. But Calvin Chu there, car number 123. James Parker, car number 120 there. In the mix with car 55, that is Mark Collicott as they're coming round turn 1. Now, down into 2 we go. On board with Stuart Brown. He's currently in 13th place. That's Steve Hughes on our right-hand side as we're looking at the screen. Left now, these guys running around Big Ben, down into the hairpin we go. These guys side by side now. Stuart Brown on the right. Steve Hughes on the left. Brown's out of shape. Oh, Brown's all out of shape. That's put him losing positions. That's car number 175, I believe. He's gone down the order at the same time as Brown come round. We'll try and keep up with these incidents if we can. Let's have a look at some of the replays because there's been some absolutely incredible action. This is Johnny Elia and James Parker. You'll see Parker get round this corner, then he'll put it in the gas, and then he'll head directly right. There you go. Johnny Elia then goes round there. Let's stay on board with Johnny and see what happens. He misses. Oh! I believe that was Richard Jepp straight into the barrier. Unfortunately for him, that's put him in the pits. But Parker now is beside Dan Blackwell. Car number 911. Brown is having a battle as well. We've got Collicott in front of us. In front of that is Parker. See Brown now pulled to the right-hand side, going rather slowly. I think he's going to be entering the pits in a minute. Is Mr. Stuart Brown. See Rob Sanford just go racing past him as well. I think Stuart Brown will be venturing in on the right-hand side. He hasn't. Maybe he's lifted and just allowed these cars through. Now heading down the start, finish straight. Coming into turn 1, we're on board. Richard Simnar has got Jones and Greatorex and Pollard right behind him. And if he's not careful, he's going to be under attack from these guys. Now, as we're heading down into the hairpin, we go. Move there. Oh, that was a big boy bully move from Greatorex. That unfortunately has put Andy Jones down in 6th place now. Big boy bully move. Got his elbows out. Told him he's not coming through. And he made that position his. And Greatorex now is up into 3rd place. What is Hitchin doing at the back? Chris Hitchin. Where is Chris? Let's see if we can pick up Chris Hitchin. It's not showing on my timing tower, which is a little bit bizarre. So maybe he's not actually on track. I don't believe he is. So we're going to have a look at a replay now, guys. This is the incident involving Alex Price. He's heading around Big Ben down into the hairpin. On the brakes. Did he just lose it on his own? He did. He's got in too deep. Lost it all in his own as Alex Price backs up a little bit. Oh, Stuart Brown. That was... Oh. Greatorex and Simnar climbing all over each other down in turn 1. Yes, you're right. Mr. Hitchin is in 19th. That's my bad. I couldn't see him on the timing tower. Don't tell him because he'll never let me live it down. Coming down into turn 1 now. Sid Nyhart has got the inside line. Greatorex on the right. Greatorex manages to keep it on track now on this run up into turn 2. We go left. Still in the same order. We go right. still in the same order, and we go left again for this run down into Big Ben. If the maneuver's going to happen, it's going to happen down in the hairpin. Let's see what Greatorex can do. We have got Mikey Pollard tucked up right behind us as well. There is literally nothing between these three cars. It's not even a second. Greatorex didn't make the move into the hairpin. All the while, though, Mr. Zarata up front has pulled out a 5.4 second gap. And these guys have either got to settle in now and try and close up, or they're not going to make that gap. If they continue to fight, there is a battle further back with Bamber, Jones and Robotham. Let's have a look at that one if we can. There's Jacob Robotham there. Jones is in front. Simon Bamber, car number 912, just bullied. Around he goes. Around he goes. That was Andy Jones, I believe. But here we go now. Bamber there on the right-hand side. Chew. Tucked up right behind him. Robotham in front. Robotham's up into 7th place, guys. He's up 13 places. Absolutely incredible. Let's pick up on Mr. Hitchin's down in 25th. So has Hitchin had an off track that we don't know about, because he's now down in 25th place there. And unfortunately for him, he's lost positions. Yes, he did. Greatorex and Simnar together on the straight. What has happened there? Austin Greatorex and Richard Simnar coming together on the straight. Let's have a look at that one right now. Greatorex down into 6th place, Simnar in 4th. Action at the back as well. We've got to be looking at trying to get, we're going to have a look back at some of these replays. Sanford makes it through. Okay, that was car number 23. That was Robotham was involved as well. Come on, let's have a look at the Greatorex incident, please. Austin Greatorex and Richard Simnar. Let's have a look at that down the start-finish straight, please, sir. Now we're going to wait for it to be queued up and put onto screen. We've got Rob Sanford and Jacob Robotham. They were involved in an incident as well earlier on. Here is the Simnar Greatorex battle. Simnar goes on the left, Greatorex on the right. They've come close together. Oh, a little bit of argy-bargy. And then it's kind of all went after that was that was a little bit interesting. But if we can have a look at the Jacob Robotham incident, I want to see what happened to poor Jacob. Jacob Robotham was involved in an incident as well. He's on the right. That is car number 123 involved with Jacob. That's Calvin Chew. And that's how these guys come together here at Sebring. So Rob Sanford now currently in 13th place, car number 75. He's got Jacob Robotham behind him. Don't forget though, Jacob is still up 6 positions. Jacob on the inside, coming down into Sunset. I thought he was going to look. Oh, Rob's gone in deep. Rob's gone in deep. That's allowed Jacob back through. Jacob now back up into 13th place. He's clearly got pace because he was up 13 positions. So, absolutely incredible. We'll see if we can find the Mr. Chris Hitchin replay as we see Sanford trying to come back through again on Jacob. As these guys make it round turn 1. Round 2 we go. There, Rob settles in. Now here is Chris Hitchin. We're on board with Chris. We're going round turn 2. Round turn 3. Don't forget he was up positions. And now unfortunately he's all the way back down in 24th. Oh, that's Jus Baumeister. Oh, that's Jus Baumeister. That's what happened to Chris Hitchin. Oh, that is why we were down so much. Why he went off. And unfortunately, Jus Baumeister, I'll have to we're trying to have a look and see who the flying car in car was on circuit. But if we can, there's another incident with Gary Horsley and Johnny Elia. That was down in 22nd and 23rd place. There's so much going on. We're trying to keep up with it, guys, as well, because we got Mikey Pollard and Austin William Campbell close together. There is Mikey, there is Austin behind him. Austin's having a bit of a stellar race. I'm not going to curse him. We've got about 3 minutes remaining. Mikey Pollard in front, AWC behind, coming into Sunset. The door's left open. Austin William Campbell, is he going to make it stick? Is he going to make it stick? He's hugging the wall. He's hugged the wall. And there you go. AWC up into second place now. Oh, Greatorex has spun on the corner behind. You can see him in the background. Austin Greatorex spun. That's put him all the way down in 10th place. There he is after his spin. He's now behind Oliver Cowendine with a very battered looking Porsche for Austin Greatorex there. So we have to try and keep up with the action. There is battles all over this track. And we're trying to bring you it all. But there's just so much. Let's go down now. Calvin Chu, Patrick Falconer. Literally less than 0.22 seconds Baumeister behind that. Further down the field. But here is Calvin Chu and Patrick Falconer going left. Then they're on the run down through Big Bend we go. Falconer's got Ramsey in front of him. Heading down into the hairpin section of this track. We're going to be on the white flag lap. Once the lead up goes past, that's Zarata. He's had a pretty uneventful race. He got out in front and he kept it clean. And away he's gone, really. He's literally got about half a lap. He's coming up into Le Mans before he takes the white flag of the race. So, yeah, Zarata now will be coming around. He's got the Ullman straight. So let's have a look back at Neil Bamber. Is at 0.42 seconds. If we can jump on board with Neil Bamber, he's currently in 5th place, up 9 places. Neil Bamber is up 9 places. There you go. There is Neil Bamber there. On board with him, we've got Richard Simnar in front of us. Parker behind. Parker's about 3 seconds back. Zarata's going to take the white flag now. He's gone across the line. We'll see Barney, the flag bearer, waving frantically as we follow Neil Bamber across the line. Barney's on our left now. Here we go. There he is. Waving, say hello to Bamber, say hello, Bamber, say hello to Barney. Now down into turn 1 we go for Neil Bamber. He's hugging up, getting up to the back of Mr. Simnar. Coming down into 2 now, he closes right in under braking. He goes right, and he's going to go left again, and he's got to run down Big Bend. If he can stay within Simnar's draft, down Ullman straight, down the back straight, he should, emphasis on should, make that move. And it's interesting. I'll keep an eye on Austin William Campbell in front of us and Mikey Pollard. You can see him there. Just gone past the hairpin. Let's see what Bamber can do. He's closed right up now. He's got to look at trying to straighten that corner off. Round the back straight. Okay, this is Fangio. 8, 9, coming into 10. On the brakes. Oh, Simnar takes a lot wider line. Bamber really was tight in that corner. Oh, big wiggle on. Has that now lost him that sort of momentum he had because he's gone wide. It has. Let's jump forward to AWC. Bamber now. This is the battle. Calvin Chu, Michael Rowe and Patrick Falconer. This is the battle for 15th, 16th and 17th. Oh, Falconer's gone round. Falconer's gone round. Unfortunately for him, he's gone round. Let's pick up the 2 behind as well as we see Zarata coming round the last corner. He is going to be our winner this evening. Christian Zarata takes the checkered flag for race 1. Did Austin William Campbell survive race 1? He did. Mikey Pollard there right behind him. Campbell there comes across the line in 2nd place. Pollard in 3rd. Fourth was Simnar. Fifth, Simon Bamber. 6-0 Bamber. Seventh is James Parker. Eighth is Mark Collicott. Ninth is Oliver Cowendime. 10th is the very battered looking Gratorex. Blackwell in 11th. Brown in 12th. Robotham is coming across the line in 13th. Gordon Ramsay in 14th. Calvin Chew 15th. Michael Rowe in 16th. Hughes Balmeister 17th. Steve Hughes in 18th place. Patrick Falconer there, unfortunate, had a spin on the last lap. He's now down in 19th. 20th is Johnny Elia. Down 18 positions for poor Johnny Elia. Andy Jones in 21st. Chris Hitchens managed to recover back up into 22nd after being out at the dizzy heights of 19th, I believe, at 1 point. Craig Tillotson in 23rd. He's just come across the line there. And then we've got Richard Jepp in 24th place. So there you go. That's Gary Horsley and Johnny Elia. That's how Gary Horsley and Johnny Elia came together. Gary spun, unfortunately, and Johnny Elia just went straight into the side of him. If we can pick up Richard Jepp, let's follow Richard across the line as he's heading down Ulman now. There he is. Very unfortunate race, down 15 positions. There you go. Rob Sanford's car is looking good, whoever painted that. Sure is talented. I presume that was you, Mr. Murray, sir. Chaos bodies everywhere, says Stuart Bickley. Yes, as well. What happened to Collicott off the line? How many heats? There's 2. Yeah, it's been a very eventful race. Don't forget, guys, we've got a 3-minute warm-up. Let's bring you the results from Heat 1. Christian Zarata there coming out in first place. Austin Campbell in second. Mikey Pollard in third. Richard Simnar in fourth. Simon Bamber fifth. Followed by Neil Bamber in sixth place. James Parker in seventh. Mark Collicott in eighth. Oliver Cowendine in ninth. Austin Gratorex down in 10th. Dan Blackwell 11th. Stuart Brown 12th. Jacob Robotham in 13th place. Gordon Ramsay in 14th, Calvin Chew 15th, Michael Rowe in 16th, Hughes Balmeister 17th, Steve Hughes in 18th, Patrick Falconer in 19th, Johnny Elia is in 20th, Andy Jones 21st, Chris Hitch in 22nd, Craig Tillotson 23rd, Richard Jepp in 24th, Rob Sanford 25th, Alex Price 26th, Gary Horsley brings up the last car on the grid in 27th. What we will do, guys, we won't bring you the current standings from each race. We'll bring you the whole standings after both the races. Okay, so we will bring you the tables after both races. So we'll get that one done at the end. Okay, so that gives us a chance just to get everything ready for race 2. And then we'll be on the 30-minute feature, top 8 inverted. What more could you ask for? Here at the PCUP at Sebring. Okay, do you know what I needed there? I almost needed to go to an ad break because there was such a good outline, but I didn't have an ad break. So, you know, maybe we're like, we need to get a sponsor, guys. If anybody in the UKSR knows anybody sponsors who wants to come bring an advert to the broadcasts, you know, we can get an advert on at that point, you know, for whoever we can get to sponsor the league, because that would have been quite cool. That good out and then no ad break, so it's kind of finished. Sponsor UKSR TCR League. Well, you didn't bring me a advert, Neil, did you? You didn't bring me an advert, so I couldn't run your advert, which is a little bit unfortunate. So, yeah, there you go. Omar J, great race. It was absolutely chaotic, and the best thing about it now is we've got 30 minutes. It's 30 minutes in the next one. You know, Christian Zarata winning race 1. I'm not quite sure why he needs to go out. He's already won the first race. Unfortunately for him now, though, with the top 8 inverted, he's going to be in 8th. So that's going to be an interesting one for him to see if he can recover and get through the field, because there's obviously going to be some very strong drivers in front of him. So let's see what Zarata can do. I'm in a very, guys, you know, we're coming into the Easter break. If you are within, you know, any sort of school environment where you have a break with the children. I am coming into my Easter break, and F for me and chat, because I'm the only one that's got to leave my house tomorrow morning. Everybody else gets to lie in. Sad times. Right, so PCUP round 2, second race. Mark Collicott in first, James Parker in second, Neil Bamber in third, Simon Bamber fourth, Richard Simnar in fifth, Mikey Pollard in sixth, Austin William Campbell in seventh, Christian Zerata in eighth, Oliver Cowendine there down in ninth place, Austin Gretorix in 10th, Dan Blackwell in 11th, Stuart Brown in 12th, Jacob Robotham in 13th, Gordon Ramsay 14th, Calvin Chew 15th, Michael Rose 16th, Hughes Balmister 17th, Steve Hughes 18th, Patrick Falconer 19th, Johnny Alaya in 20th place, Andy Jones in 21st, Chris Hitch in 22nd, Craig Tillotson in 23rd, Richard Jepp in 24th, Rob Sanford 25th, Alex Price there in 26th. Gary Horsley brings up the rear for 27. Unlucky for Jacob Robotham, was a good race from him. Yeah, he was flying along. Oh my joy, absolutely flying. And then, unfortunately, was involved in the incident. But here we go, 30-minute feature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we are going to be live and green. And Mark Collicott bogged down at the beginning. Simnar has got a flyer. Simnar there, car number 42, got an absolute flyer. So did James Parker. The Bambers have gone down the field. Unbelievable. Oh, Incident Gratore. Oh, man, that's Zerata involved in that one. Unfortunately there, Christian Zerata was involved in that incident in turn 1. Calvin Chew now. Jacob Robotham now going too wide through turn 2. Current leader is Simon Bamber, but Neil Bamber is all the way down in 13th place. Unbelievable there. Got James Parker climbing all over the back of Simon Bamber. He's sent it up the inside of the hairpin. There you go. Simon's got to get back on the line because Simnar's going to come and attack him. And if he doesn't take the line back away, Richard Simnar is not going to think twice about bullying him away from the inside line. And he's done it. He's done exactly what we said. Coming into turn 10. Further back from there as well, Austin William Campbell is in a scrap with Gretorix. These guys battling over 4th and 5th place. Down through Tower we go on the run. Down into 14. Parker out in front. Simnar 2nd. Bamber 3rd. Gretorix 4th. Campbell 5th. Cowendine in 6th. Collicott in 7th. Blackwell in 8th. Chew in 9th. Robotham now in 10th place. Absolutely incredible there. Austin William Campbell sending out the inside of Gretorix. Is there going to be room? Gretorix now has got to be looking at deciding what he's going to do. Campbell's on the left-hand side. He's bullied him off the inside line. Austin William Campbell, Gretorix side by side. Is there going to be space for these guys to get through? Campbell hugs that wall again. I tell you what. He's got that wall sorted right out. He's like a little girl in a teddy bear, hugging it at night so tightly that he's getting positions from it. Gretorix, however, is not so lucky because he's got Cowendine up beside him. Coming down into turn 1 they go. Gretorix, Cowendine there, car number 80. Oh, is he going to jump the inside line? Is he going to battle the inside line? If we can go back, the Cowendine battle. Cowendine on the inside line for turn 2. Is there going to be space? There's a spinner behind. I believe that's Calvin Chew. Calvin Chew has spun. He's off the track. Mark Collicott now is closing up the back of Oliver Cowendine here for 6th place. Down into the hairpin we go. Car number 911, Dan Blackwell trying to make his presence felt there. Further back from that, Gordon Ramsay, Hughes Balmister coming down into the hairpin too wide. There's Neil Bamber. He's in the mix of this battle. This is Gordon Ramsay, Hughes Balmister, Neil Bamber and Andy Jones. Further up in front of them, Oliver Cowendine gets done by Dan Blackwell. That was down into turn 10. Andy Jones is in the mix as well. Michael Rowe there just gets past. That's Simon Bamber. Simnar in second place has got Campbell right behind him. Parker's opened up a 1.3 second gap at the moment. Let's follow these two down the straight. Campbell now right behind Simnar. They pull out. They're too wide. Campbell's taking the outside line. Simnar's taking the inside. These guys coming into Sunset side by side, both experienced drivers. Oh, Campbell can't hug the wall like he's been has. Oh, he chops it off, you know, and Sim in front of Simnar. Simnar's in the pits. Oh, I thought Simnar was going in the pits then. Oh, commentator got it wrong. Parker out in front. Campbell second. Simnar third. Gretorix fourth. Collicutt fifth. Blackwell is in sixth. Cowendine is in seventh. Cowendine and Blackwell are 0.25 seconds back. Let's have a look. There you go. You can see Oliver Cowendine in the background there. Simnar now trying to make that move back again. There was an action overtake further back as well. Jus Baumeister is right beside Neil Bamber. They're going too wide. Neil Bamber on the inside. Baumeister on the out. They're going to get this run down the big bend. Neil Baumeister, Ramsey, sorry, Bamber is in the orange, of course. He's pulled out. He's going to try and make it too wide in the hairpin. Can he keep it on track? He's gone in deep again. Neil Bamber's gone in deep. Baumeister has just gone into the wall. Oh, contact there with... that was Neil Bamber and Richard Jepp on board with Andy Jones. He's side by side with Gordon Ramsay going into turn 10. Ramsay's car's got a bent front already. Can he hold Jones off now? Jones takes it too wide. He's taken the inside line. It's going to be tricky into Tower. These guys have got to decide what they're going to do, because you can't really, in an ideal world, get two cars round Tower. So that's going to cause them an issue. But he's trying to come back on the outside on this run now through Bishop. Turn 14 coming into 15 and Le Mans. 65 behind. Richard Jepp and Neil Bamber are looking tasty at the moment. They're going to have to be careful. If we can jump back to second and third place, coming to the end of the straight, Parker is out in front. Campbell, Simnar and Gretorix. We know Simnar and Gretorix a little bit of an argy-bargy in the first race. Campbell looks so sturdy in that car. He looks like he's got that car stuck to the track like super glue. I tell you what, AWC's making moves, and he's making that gap come down to James Parker. 202.727, 202.78 for Parker. So there was a close of gaps. If we can bring it up the sector times for Parker with Simnar behind, we'll see how the gap has been coming down. There's Parker and Campbell's sector times. They're the lap times for lap 1, 2 and 3. There you go, sector 1 with Campbell. Campbell's quicker in sector 2. Parker's got sector 1, but Gretorix is right beside Simnar. If we can go back one car, there you go. They're on their side-by-side battle. These guys now are running up into turn 10. Gretorix sent it up the inside of Simnar. Didn't want no argy-bargy from the first race like we have. We want to keep it clean in this one, and the door was left wide open for Simnar there for Gretorix to come through. But he's now trying to close down AWC, who's now on the attack. Gretorix has just set the fastest lap of the race, though, on a 2:02.26. So it'll be interesting to see how this materializes for the next 23 minutes. And whether or not he can keep up this pace. He's got the Allman straight, and he has got Campbell for the draft. We can see at the bottom of the screen, Elia is out, Horsfield's out, Sanford's out, and Hitchin's out. So I wonder if they've had a coming together. Has Sanford and Hitchin had a coming together? Maybe we'll have a lap back through and see if we can see whether or not Hitchin is on an off track or involved in any incidents. I can't see anything, but maybe he might have just been caught up in some of the spins that were happening earlier on. We actually don't believe that Hitchin started the race Sanford seemed to have an off in the first lap, unfortunately for Rob Sanford there. Mate, I didn't even start the race. After we just said that. We just said. I've just caught up. Give me a break. Hitchin didn't start the second race. Not quite sure. Is Greatorex? It's Greatorex. We know what he's capable of. Well, him and Simnar were capable of really taking each other out down the start-finish straight in the first race. But he's not really making an impression on Greatorex. I'm not going to be... Greatorex is not making an impression on AWC. And, you know, the gap's out to 1.8 in front, so they're going to have to be careful. Needed looking after. The baby, you mean? Little boy needed looking after. Oh, okay. No worries. And is that a euphemism? Stuart Bickley, keep it clean, please. Your rude mind straight into the gutter. Right, as we're coming down with these guys are coming down through Tower now. We're on this run down through Bishop. We're going to be taking the left-hander. It's keeping it straight. There you go. Excuse me. Coming into 15 now. We've got Cowendine and Blackwell are having a scrap. Let's have a flick back to them really quickly. There is Cowendine. He's coming through Le Mans as well. Okay, let's go back to the leaders. Let's see how the Campbell battle materializes with Campbell and Greatorex now. We'll keep an eye on the lap times. Campbell did a 2:03 last lap. Greatorex did a 2:02. So Greatorex is closing. We've got about 20 minutes remaining. Campbell's hugging that inside line again. He gets on the power now. Is Greatorex going to look at trying to make his move into turn one? Parker there, car number 120 in front. 555 behind him. Car 13 behind that. And car number 42, which is Simnar, is in the mix. He is behind that. All of them on a 2:03. And the fastest 2:03 was AWC in second place. So he's now currently on a 2:03.15. Greatorex did a 2:03.3. Simnar did a 2:03.2. We got Neil Bamber has gone the fastest overall in Sector 1. Currently on did a 13.67 for Sector 1. But let's see how this materializes now, coming down into the hairpin. Greatorex and Campbell still battling with each other here with about just under 19 minutes remaining. Coming down now into turn 10. We've gone past Fangio. Oh, Greatorex makes the move. Campbell blocks it off. Coming into 10. They're going to be side by side for the exit of 11. Campbell on the right. Greatorex on the left. Coming into 10. Campbell takes his nose away. Greatorex now settling in. Simnar gets a massive slide on there. He runs out of 10. Drops back a little bit. We'll see how this plays out down the Ullman. Campbell now up in second place. Greatorex in third. All the while, Parker's keeping this gap to about 1.8, 1.9 seconds. We're going to have a look at the start of the race. Here we go with Stuart Brown. He's on the outside. The door is closing there. That's Greatorex on the inside. Brown runs all the way round the outside. Here's Zarata. There was Zarata. There is nowhere to go for Stuart Brown. And that is how Stuart Brown race really come a cropper in turn one. So there you go. Oliver Cowendine now looking at trying to send it up the inside of Dan Blackwell. Climbing all over the back of Blackwell. Blackwell's got to be trying to make the move. There's a little battle pocketing going on between Jet, Ramsey and Bamber for 8th, 9th and 10th as well. You can see it on the track map. There is Ramsey with his damaged front car. There is Jet in front of us. Bamber is behind. Oh, these guys have dropped back from each other. Cowendine still climbing over the back of Blackwell, coming down into the hairpin. There you go, they get round the hairpin safely with these guys. Up front though, Parker's got his gap out to 1.9. Campbell has only got half a second. to Greatorex now. Bamber, you can see Simon Bamber there. Andy Jones, Craig Tillotson, Michael Rowe, less than a second between these guys. And this is the battle currently in 16th, 17th and 18th place. Craig Tillotson in the middle of the free now. Just under 16 minutes. Oh, Jones is looking racy behind Tillotson. If he's not careful, Jones is going to be looking to making a move. We're running the round through turn 10. Coming round 14. 15 we take, into Le Mans we go. Oh, Tillotson's run wide. That's allowed Jones through. Tillotson run wide in 15. On the exit of 15 into Le Mans. And that unfortunately is now put him behind Andy Jones. Oh, that's Craig Tillotson down in 16th place. Dan Blackwell, Oliver Cowendine, please, are really close together. Blackwell on the right, Cowendine on the left. They've gone round turn 1, coming up into turn 2. Oh, Blackwell's trying to fight that PCUP car hard. 15 minutes remaining. Cowendine right behind you, sir. On this run round Big Bend we go. Down, coming down into the hairpin. Is this going to be Cowendine's move? He pulls out. They're side by side. Oh, pulls out. Drops back in again. Obviously, Cowendine must be a little bit under the frustration side of things because he's getting, you know, he's got to be looking. He can see, I think personally, Cowendine's dropped back now, but I think over the last couple of laps he was quicker. If we can pick up AWC, oh, Blackwell goes in deep. That allows Cowendine through. Parker now, the gap's down to 1.4. Parker really needs to get back on it. I'm not quite sure what happened. He's dropped nearly half a second. Oh, Richard Jepp is made the moves throughout this race as well. He's currently in 16th, up 16. Alex Price is up 15. This is the battle, though. This is the battle. There's the gainers and losers on this feature race. Greatorex pulls out. Campbell says no. The Peak says, the Porsche Cup says no. Austin William Campbell all the while was trying to close down Parker, and Greatorex is trying to have none of it. They are side by side going into turn 2. Come on, gentlemen, leave the space. Greatorex on your left, Campbell on the right. Oh, he's still battling up into turn 2. We're still side by side. Campbell on the out. Oh, Greatorex just takes second place. All the while, that dropped out Parker out to 2 seconds. You know, the guys have got 13 minutes. They've got to try and look to get that gap down. Whether or not Campbell settles in and tries to let Greatorex chase down Parker, they've got to be like the peloton and the leader in the Tour de France. Because if they're not going to shut him down, Parker's going to get away. If they keep fighting, Parker's going to get away. And all the while, these guys have got to decide what they've got to do. It looks like Campbell's dropped about half a second, and the gap is coming down to Parker. So let's see what happens now with Greatorex, with Campbell, and with Parker. Because I'm telling you what, they've got to decide. You either let Greatorex go, Campbell, and let him chase, put Parker under pressure. The gap is now down to 1.8. And coming down, guys. I'm not going to lie. Greatorex is on a bit of a mission to chase down James Parker in first place. Oh, Ramsey and Bamber have just swapped positions. Neil Bamber, Gordon Ramsay, Cowendine has broke away. Richard Jepp has got in front of Dan Blackwell. So Jepp is now up 17 places from where he started. Absolutely incredible. Up 17 places for Richard Jepp there with 12 minutes remaining. Wow. Unbelievable driving for Richard Jepp. We can see the top 4, 5. Look, 4th and 5th is Simnar and Colacott. That gap's closed down. 2nd and 3rd closed down. Parker's gap's closed down as well. Parker's now down to 1.5 seconds. If we can pick up the leader. There he is. He's got to get on his bike. 2:03.38 last time out. 2:03.5 for Greatorex. 2:04.3 for Simnar. So for Campbell. So, you know, he's kept the gap out at about 1.5 seconds. But it is closing, guys. And I'd hate to think with 11 minutes remaining, James Parker does get caught by Greatorex, because it's one battle that he really doesn't want to get involved with, because Greatorex isn't coming on his own. He's not a solo warrior. He's bringing Campbell with him. Yes, the gap's opened up to a second, but Campbell's coming, and Campbell's coming with Greatorex. And if Greatorex catches Parker, it's not going to be a lot till Campbell catches up with him. And that's going to be the story now. Whether or not Greatorex close up this 1.6, as we see Ramsey there on the left-hand side and Patrick Faulkner side by side. They're going currently round the hairpin section on this run up through Vandio. We go. Faulkner now looking at trying to come back. Jones behind him. Faulkner on the right. Oh, contact there with Neil Bamber. Jones he's trying to get involved as well in this battle. Faulkner is in the mix. Bamber is just there. He's trying to defend them off. Trying to defend the wolves at the prey. And unfortunately for you, Neil Bamber, you are the prey. Jones is the wolf. Faulkner's the wolf. And these guys want dinner. And unfortunately, Bamber's it. So let's see what happens as that materializes now with 10 minutes remaining. Down Almond Straight we go. Now we are on coming to the end of lap 9 for these guys. On this run down Almond now is Faulkner going to send it out the inside. He has their side by side. Him and Bamber coming round Sunset. Oh, Bamber goes in deep. He recovers. He recovers. The side by side. Bamber's on the left. Faulkner's on the right. Jones is there saying hello. You've got cake. I want a piece. As he's now chasing down Bamber, coming down into turn 1. Faulkner looks like he's got clear. Bamber's taking a very tight line into turn 1. Is he going to be able to hold it, or is Jones going to run him around the outside? They're side by side into 2. Bamber's still on the inside. He's just got to send it in. There's going to be contact there with Jones. Oh, he sent it in a little bit far. And Jones now has just got to recover and get his head back in the mix. Let's go out to Parker, Campbell, Greatorex, because that gap has not come down. Parker looks like he may have done enough now to really defend this off. You can see the sector times at the bottom. Greatorex is quicker in sector 3, but Parker's really pulling out the gaps in sector 2 there. 2 temps quicker than these guys behind him currently at the moment. Campbell was closed back up to Greatorex. The gap's now 0.5 of a second. Campbell's got his second wind. He's taking his deep breath. He lost the position. Greatorex can't get close enough to Campbell, to Parker. So Campbell wants a sniff. Let Campbell have a bite. Let Campbell see what we can do in the last 8 minutes of the race and see if Campbell can close the gap down. He was the quickest of the 3 last time around. We'll keep an eye on the lap times this time to see if the gap is coming down. Campbell looks so strong around that last corner. I'm not going to lie. Oh, as I say that, he gets a wiggle on. But he looks strong on the entrance into that corner. And he looks like he's really got that car nailed in that corner specifically. And really, if anybody knows Sebring, that's probably one of the most trickiest corners on this track, because it's easy to go wide, it's easy to run deep, and it's easy to say hello to the wall that's right in front of you. Last time out, Parker was the quickest man on track. 2:03.19, 2:03.25 for Greatorex, 2:03.33 for Campbell. Gap behind though, Simnar and Colacott, that gap is literally down to nothing. You can see them now. Colacott has closed the gap up on Simnar. Them coming down into the hairpin, the battle for 5th and 6th. Collicott in the yellow. Simnar in the green. Duckwine Racing. Here we go. Let's see how this materializes on this run down through Fangio now down into turn 10. See if the gap's going to come down anymore or is literally below that half a second mark. It's going to be interesting to see, guys, as well. But don't forget, if you are here for the first time, hit that follow button. If you're watching it back on a replay, hit the follow button. If you're watching it live, hit the follow button. So all in all, hit the follow button. Try and get us up to that goal of 360 followers this evening. Cowendine now has got Jep right up, climbing all over him. Let's not forget, Richard Jep is up 17 positions. Okay? Jep's making moves. I tell you what, he's making moves, and he's making hard moves, and he's all over the back of Cowendine, coming through Le Mans and turn 15. Let's see how this materializes down the Almond Straight. We'll let this play out. Then we're going to have a look at a replay of Gordon Ramsay, who had a massive off-track, went down 3 places, unfortunately. But here we go. Let's see what Jep can do now all over the back of Cowendine coming into Sunset. Oh, they both look like they've just managed to make that through. Look at the Porsche wobbling all over the place. Is Jep going to make this move into turn 1? Let's see if he's going to send it hard. Up the inside, the gap is there. Cowendine's left the gap. Jep's fought twice about it. He isn't up 17 positions because he's making rash decisions. He's up 17 because he's driving smart. He sees Cowendine go in. They're too wide now. Coming up into turn 2, Jep on the right, Cowendine on the left, door left wide open. Jep's gone in, robbed the place away from Cowendine. That's Jep up 18. That's Jep in 6th place. Now next on his list, Mark Collicott, 10 seconds away. Tough, I'm not going to lie, unless something happens to Mark Collicott. Let's have a look at this replay with Gordon Ramsay. That's playing havoc. Yep, not liking that whatsoever. Can we take that off, please? Let's go back live because that replay did not like that at all. So we've gone back live. Jep is now up 18 positions. Cowendine up 7. Blackwell up. Cowendine's up 2, sorry. Blackwell in up 3. So there you go. Up front, Campbell and Greatorex are still having a back and forth battle. The gap is down, so we can jump on to the leaders, please. The gap is down to 1.4. The gap's coming down. Parker, with about 2 laps, the gap's closing. 1.4 seconds. It's half. He's just dropped 0.4 of a second. Campbell, quickest man on track at the moment on a 2:03.04. Last time around, 1 second. It's coming down to below a second. Parker went in deep. That's put him under the cosh. He's going to have this lap and one more to defend Greatorex. He's got to try and get back on it as Parker because he's done an absolute stellar job of driving this circuit. But Greatorex is closing and he's bringing the assassin of Campbell with him. And if Campbell gets a chance, he's not going to literally say no. If Greatorex and Parker battle, Campbell gets a chance, he's going to take it. He's a racer. You know, and that's what racers do. Greatorex is closing the gap now. We're well below a second now, guys. We are literally under 8 tenths. This is going to be a close one. I believe it is, Jay. This lap and one more. 7 tenths. What is happening with Parker? The time is coming down faster than I've ever seen. It's coming down. It's now down to just below 8 tenths. Is Parker got an issue? I can't see why he would have an issue. He has not had any incidents. He's not tagged anything. But he's really struggling. The gap is now 2 tenths off what it was before. Is Parker under the I've got nerve stage of leading a race and you've only got one more lap to do it, sir? I cannot see on board with Parker anything visually wrong. So can we go out and pick up Greatorex on the run down Ullman, because we're now wow, Parker is going to weave like an old lady knitting a jumper, I'll tell you that much, because this is going to be insane. He's weaved once to try and break the toe. Greatorex is closed at 4. Look at the gap. Look at the gap. 5 tenths now. And this is going to be the last lap. This is the last lap of the race, and it is all on Parker and Greatorex and Campbell to make this smooth. 3 tenths. Oh, man. If there's ever a I've got sweaty palm moment for Parker, this is going to be it. Because Greatorex has closed him down. He's closed down faster than a lion chasing a gazelle, I'll tell you that much. And he's got a straight draft now. Round Big Bend we go. He's going to pull that gap down again. 2.9, oh, look at that on the left-hand side. This is going to go down to the last straight. Don't leave. Whatever you do, don't decide to go a drink. If you need the toilet, hold it. Because I tell you not what, this next half of this lap, for the last lap of this feature, is going to be incredible. Greatorex is looking at it, sending out the inside of Parker. There's no room. There's no room as they're coming round 10, 11, 12. Campbell's sitting back. I think Campbell is hopeful that these guys are going to come together because it's looking like they nearly did. On this run down in through Bishop into 14. Greatorex is on your left. Parker's on the right. Parker's on the left. Greatorex is bullied off the inside line. Oh, they're going round 15. Parker's out wide in Le Mans. They're side by side. Oh, how is this going to materialize now? Greatorex is trying to close the door on a little bit. He didn't take the draft, but he's got the inside line for Sunset. Here we go. Is Austin Greatorex going to take the victory? Parker's taking his line. I'm expecting to see Parker come and try to cut back. He's not. Greatorex has got him in the last lap. They're on the run down. Oh, Parker's on the left. Greatorex is on the right. They're coming across the line. Greatorex takes it. Greatorex takes it. Simnar in 4th, but Greatorex takes it from Parker in the last corner. Oh, Collicott crumbs the line in 5th. Jep is up 18 positions in 6th. Cowendine in 7th. Blackwell in 8th. Bamba there in 9th place. Alex Price in 10th. Oh, Neil Bamba in 11th. Here comes Patrick Faulkner. He's rounding out the 12th place. Oh, man. Andy Jones goes across the line in 13th, closely followed by Calvin Chu. Hugh Spalmeister there coming across the line in 14th place. Andy Jones is gone straight on and into the barrier. Michael Rowe in 16th. There is somebody doing donuts at the bottom of that screen. There you go, Jep doing donuts, I believe. 16th place was Michael Rowe. 17th was Mikey Pollard. 18th, Gordon Ramsay. 19th, Stuart Brown still running in 19th place. 20th is Serrata and Tillotson. These guys are on a battle down into the line. Who's going to get that? Serrata again. Oh, my God. The battle for 20th and 21st, and Serrata and Tillotson gets it. Let's have a replay of the Tillotson-Serrata battle, please. Can we see the replay from the Tillotson-Serrata? Here we go. This is also the last corner. Serrata on the right, Tillotson on the left. Serrata comes into Sunset. He's got the job done. This is where Tillotson tries to come back. Look, Serrata's gone wide. Can Tillotson get on the gas? He can't. Oh, Serrata, look at this finish. Oh, Serrata. That was the battle, right, for 20th and 21st place. That was incredible. What a finish, says Mr. Hitchin. Oh, my God, says Jay. Oh, and it didn't even end in tears. No, Stuart Bickley, excellent finish. Absolutely incredible. Austin Greatorex takes first by 8 thousandths of a second from James Parker. Guys, take a bow. walk away, be proud, because that was absolutely incredible. Austin William Campbell in third, Richard Simnar in fourth, Mark Collicott in fifth, Richard Jepp in sixth place. Richard Jepp there, I'm going to name him as driver of the day for the second race, and I'm going to do that due to the 18 position gain that Jepp has got throughout this race. Started 24th, got to 6th. Incredible. Oliver Cowardine in 7th. Don't say anything, Chris Hitchin. I know. I've just made a mistake. Dan Blackwell in 8th. Simon Bamber in 9th. Alex Price in 10th. Neil Bamber in 11th. Patrick Falconer in 12th. Andy Jones in 13th. Calvin Chu in 14th. Hugh Balmeister in 15th. Michael Rowe in 16th. Mikey Pollard in 17th. Gordon Ramsay in 18th, lost where I was. Stuart Brown in 19th. Christian Zarata and Craig Tillotson, absolutely incredible battle there for that run down into the line for 20th and 21st. Non-finishers, Stephen Hughes, Jacob Robotham, Johnny Alaya, Gary Horsley. Obviously, Chris Hitchin didn't even make the start. And Rob Sanford, who went off in lap 1. I just wasn't quick enough. Dude, don't put yourself down, mate. You did amazing, okay? You did amazing. AWC did amazing. Right. Here we go. Here's the current standings, okay, of this league. Richard Sidner is in first place on 139 points. Okay? James Parker in second on 118. Mikey Pollard in third on 101. Austin Greatorex is on 97. Jesus, that was hard. That win was hard work, dude. That was incredible. Absolutely loved that ending. You should watch it back. It's amazing. Austin William Campbell in 5th on 79. Simon Bamber in 6th. Neil Bamber in 7th. Richard Jepp in 8th place. Mark Collicott in 9th. Christian Zarata in 10th. Hugh Balmeister in 11th. Dan Blackwell in 12th. Gordon Ramsay there in 13th place. Gary Toole in 14th. Wasn't here this evening. Oliver Cowardine in 15th. Calvin Chu in 16th. Johnny Alaya in 17th. Alex Price in 18th. Sam Congrave also not here. Colin Patterson also not here. They're in 19th, 20th respectively. Jacob Robotham in 23rd. Looked like he was on for a good haul of points. And then unfortunately I had a few offs dropped down the field. Stuart Brown in 22nd. Michael Rowe in 23rd. Mark Johnson in 24th. Patrick Falconer there in 25th place. So there you go. Below that, we've got Andy Jones in 26th. Steve Hughes in 27th. Joe Newman, 28th. Callum Roby in 29th place. Heiko Enzinger wasn't here this evening. He's in 30th. Gary Horsley in 31st. Craig Tillotson in 32nd. Mr. Chris Hitchin there in 33rd place. Ollie Pimley, 34th. Rob Sanford in 35th. And Kevin Wesley Burke in 36th place. Whew. Well, I don't really know what to say to you all. Apart from, wow, wow, wow. That was incredible racing, and the ending of race 2 had everybody, including myself, biting the nails. The fact that James Parker, Austin Greatorex, who's in chat, made it round the last corner, and they didn't have one little bit of contact. And as we know, that could have ended badly. Right, we are back now with myself. Good evening. Thank you so much. If you have joined us, if you have stayed all night, I think you have to admit, right? I think that even if you're sat at home currently and you're just watching this, you have to admit the PCUP has delivered tonight. Okay, the first 2 races were absolutely incredible, and I think they have delivered. So let's look forward to round 3 at Road America. If they've delivered, it's going to be one epic battle in Road America. Okay, so please tune in. We are going to be going live. I am just going to check the date, make sure I get it right. 2 weeks' time, 21st of April. Okay, 21st of April. Now, I am back on Sunday with the GT3s from the Nürburgring after the 24 hours. What more could you ask for? So tune in for two 22-minute races on Sunday for the GT3 at the Nürburgring, because it's going to be amazing. Okay? If you want to check out where I am before that as well, I will be doing a one-off broadcast due to some major PC issues I had through a broadcast on Tuesday. So I'll be rerunning their last two races on Saturday night on their YouTube channel. If you want to have a look, you can head over to jamesparfit.co.uk and you will see all the times I am live this week on there as well. So really, guys, that's it. Another evening done. Thank you for Stuart Bickley for joining us there. Jay, thank you so much for jumping in. El Neil is here. We stayed away, Neil, from any spam messages this evening. Alban Jay, much love to you. 306, Mr. David Lawson himself, much appreciated. Thank you so much. Murray, much love to you for jumping in as well. Racing the Void, I'm sure I know you. Who are you? Type it in chat, let me know. Take care, mate. Thank you very much, Jay. I will do. It's going to be a busy week for me. So there you go. Trying to keep up with all, bring you all the action from the UKSR, from other leagues as well. And currently it's going mental, which is a good thing. So, really, guys, it brings us to the end of tonight's show. So all that's left for me to say is from myself and producer Tyler Oldham. Take care. Have a great week. And you never know, we might see you on the track sometime. Good night.